right, guys. Our San Antonio Spurs, they are putting in that work.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
They are doing their thing. We've watched Castle and saw how he seems like he's improving. We saw Chris Paul. We've seen everybody. We've seen absolutely everyone. And it's so exciting this upcoming season, okay? So there's a few things that I want to go over, okay? I want to talk about some news that dropped and something that I found very funny, okay? I also want to take a look at Jeremy Sohan putting in that work. I'm going to make a wager, or we can at least look at a wager. And then I want to talk a little bit about a comparison that I don't think that we talk about enough of when it pertains to Jeremy Sohan. So this video is powered by BetUS, so big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring. Let's go ahead and dive into the first order of news. Michelle Beadle being hilarious. So she said it was not me. So if you're not terminally online, if you're only on YouTube, you probably don't know what she's talking about. So if you don't know what happened, earlier today, Shannon Sharp accidentally, whenever I'm posting this, it would have been yesterday, he accidentally was on Instagram Live. He didn't know he was on Instagram Live, and he was putting in that work. And I'm not talking about how the Spurs are putting in that work. I mean, he was with someone else putting in some work, okay? Getting it in, as you will, as the kids would say. And luckily, it was not videotaped. The phone was away, right? But it's pretty doggone bad. You had over 4,000 people on his IG Live, like, what is going on right now? And in the video, he says something in the lines of "my Michelle." He calls the woman "my Michelle." It's wild. Okay, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but it was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? It's like 4 minutes long, by the way. But yeah, she's making a joke, letting everyone know, hey, that Michelle that he mentioned was not me. And we also had Terrell Owens posting, and I won't show, his tweet. It's just mean. But he posted a tweet as well, responding to, what was going on with Shannon, and said her voice sounded familiar. So insinuating that he has also been with her or whatnot. But it's tough, man. It's tough. I hope that everything's going fine. I mean, it's not going to be going fine for Shannon, okay? I don't know if he's going to get in some serious trouble or not with ESPN. I have no idea. It was an honest mistake. But I really hope the woman, she's not too embarrassed. I know Shannon Sharp is going to be embarrassed, but it's probably his fault. I mean, it was like he should have been a little bit more careful. It was on his phone. But yeah, I don't know. It's an embarrassing situation. No one's being like mean. It doesn't seem like anyone's like going after her or going after him necessarily. It's just been nothing but nonstop jokes. But I'm sure we'll hear something from Shannon Sharp soon, and hopefully, she's doing okay too. I hope they both are doing okay. That's a tough situation, man. Tough situation. But we all love Michelle Beadle, and this is just a hilarious post. Hilarious post. All right, let's go ahead and dive into the order of business. Jeremy Sohan putting in that work. Not like Shannon. Okay. All right. So right off the bat, there's something that I noticed, and you guys can say that it's just in my brain. It seems like his first step is quicker, and it also seems like he's a little bit more fluid. And I don't recall him being able. I mean, he has stupid athletic, but getting off the ground so quickly, I don't know. It seems a little bit more bouncy, and it looks as if he might have lost some weight. I know the Spurs wanted Keldon to lose some pounds for sure, and I don't think Sohan, he has a good enough frame. I don't think that he's going to lose a ton of his strength or anything like that. But he definitely just looks a little bit more loose, man, a little bit more fluid, a little quicker. But that first step in particular, that is not something I'm accustomed to from Sohan, right? He's a really athletic guy, but I don't know, just looks faster. Could be me, could be the fact that he's in an open gym or just in a gym. But you guys let me know what you think, if you think that it's any different. Now, I do want to say this, though. I think the Spurs are going to be much better than they was this past season. Like, much, much better. Way better than they was last season. I mean, it's not that crazy of a take, I guess, because you had 22 wins. But if we jump over, here's a segue, okay, into the wager. jump over here. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think the Spurs, and this is from BetUS, do you guys think that the Spurs will be over 36 or under 36? They were very clever with this one because everyone and their mama thinks that the Spurs are going to be about 35, right? Don't really see a point in doing a wager on this one. But if you guys are interested in doing any type of wagers, just head on over to BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150. You'll receive 150% bonus on your first few deposits. So go check that out. Go check it out. Some good stuff there. So like I said, YouTube150 is as your promo code. But yeah, I think I'm going to double down and say the Spurs will go over 36. I think the Spurs could win over 36 wins on that one. I truly do believe that. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Those are my thoughts on that. I think we could possibly get to 40. Maybe. I don't know if we're a 500 team, man. That's a tough one. But yeah, I'm comfortable with going over 36. I'm already comfortable going over 35. Might as well go over 36. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the next order of business. So Sohan, I'm going to show him some love, okay? It's too often that people say Sohan is trash, he's garbage, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and they never actually take a look at some of his comparisons, right? The guys that I think he could very much so be like throughout his career. And I think that Draymond Green is the closest thing that Jeremy Sohan will probably be in the NBA, right? Now, he has been improving his three-point shooting, so I'm hoping that he'll be a better three-point shooter than Draymond was in his career. But, you know, Draymond, in his second year, he did average 33% three-point percentage. But besides the point, I just want to bring up the stats here. So this is Draymond Green in his second year, and this is Jeremy Sohan in his second year. Keep in mind, Draymond was 23 at the time, and Sohan is much younger. Okay, Sohan 20 at the time. I think, is Jeremy Sohan still 20? Jeremy Sohan, age 21. He's 21 now, but he was 20 at the time. So just taking a look here, he averaged 11.6 points versus 6.2, 6.4 rebounds versus 5, 3.4 assists versus 1.9, 0.8 steals versus 1.2, 0.5 blocks versus 0.9. It's either identical or Sohan is better, right? Like it's not that far off. He's not that far off from where Draymond was. So I do think that he'll be closer to what Draymond is. I'm not on the Patrick Beverley train where I think he's a superstar in the making. I don't know. But he definitely has a lot of promise, and I love what he brings, and I think that he's very important to what we do. So just wanted to say that. I'll get with you guys later, man. That's all I really had to say. Please check out BetUS. As always, thank you guys so much. Until next time, bye.